Hello everyone, my name's Lank and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to show you a few things that I've been doing on Minecraft recently, including one of my bigger projects that I've been working on in the background, and also a Guardian farm, which I'm going to be slowly building. I'm just going to show a few things I've been doing recently. So yeah, at the moment I'm just here collecting loads of soul sand in the nether. I collected what I believe was soul sand in the beginning. It was soul sand, which soul dirt, which doesn't technically do the same thing. As I said earlier, I'm gonna need as much soul sand as possible to try and line the bottom of the ocean monument. Also magma blocks. They're gonna come in handy for later on. Do plan on making a pigment farm at some point in the nether, and these will be really handy for that. Try and mine some try and AFK some gold, some XP. I had an ender farm in the end, which, to be totally honest with you, I don't know what happened to it, but the endermite somehow stopped working. It despawned, and no more endermen are dropping down the shaft how I had my farm set up. Went up and had a look and it's gone. Not quite sure what happened there. I don't know if it's some sort of glitch, or if one of the endermen actually managed to get stuck somewhere next to it, managed to actually kill it. Bit heartbreaking really. It was my main way of carrying, well, I say my main way, it's my main and only way of farming XP. I've just lost all the magma blocks. Get these ready because you never know. I'm hoping this ocean monument farm goes alright. Could really do with a lot of the shards for my build I'm making. I think the blocks will look quite nice inside, and also using the sea lanterns as well. So I have a lot of redstone contraptions I want to make with some daylight sensors. And I won't mention too much because I don't particularly want to spoil it all for everyone. But yeah, I've got some pretty good ideas in the brain at the minute, working out what I want to do with my build. So hopefully it all pays off and looks quite good when it's finished. But we'll see. I'm not like massively good at redstone. I've only just really started using redstone recently. It's one of the things I always used to keep away from. It just seemed overly complicated for me. But recently I've started using it a lot more, and I'm sort of coming to grips with a lot of it. Seems quite straightforward actually. I'm really regretting not getting into redstone more. A few years ago when I used to play this, or back on the console before I moved on to PC. It gave me a bit more of a head start, I would have thought. I mean, what's everyone's thoughts on redstone, sorry. Do you like redstone? Do you think it's useful in a way? Do you use it a lot in a lot of your builds? So I know like people use it for like farming and storage systems, but does anyone use it a lot in an actual build to make like life easier? So like with daylight sensors and stuff like that, like actually incorporating it into your like actual homes that you build in Minecraft. At the minute all I'm really using it for is the sort of automatic like storage systems, stuff like that really. Farming, like the bamboo, using observers, my TNT, dupers, flying machines, got all sorts of them set up. But I've never actually like used it inside of a build before. Because I know there's ways you can connect it up to like brewing stands with all your chests connected with different sort of ingredients, so you can automatically make potions. Like click a couple of buttons and it'll send you materials down. But yeah, let me know in the comments what you think of redstone, because I know they're bringing a lot into the new one, the new update that's coming. So it'll be interesting to see what they bring out. And right, let's go. So you can probably tell what I'm trying to build here, which is going to be an Urshan monument, Urshan monument, sort of guardian farm. Got this sort of idea from another YouTuber. I'll put his link in the description for you to watch. Pretty good video. It basically gets the guardians that spawn in soul sand with water on, push them all the way to the top, and then I'll have a layer of moving water, which should, if it works, they'll knock the Enderman, Guardian, sorry, Enderman, Jesus, the Guardians into the Nether. So there won't be any won't max out the spawn rate some, because it's pushing them straight out of this world, so they should just keep spawning in, and I shouldn't really have an issue with it. Because some grind, like spawns, and when you're trying to grind XP, like the amount that's spawning, once it's hit the max, they'll stop spawning and you get away from all to die off, whereas this just spawn in, push them to the top, then push them through a few nether portals, which then they're in the nether and they'll die in the nether. So it should just be a nice constant flow of shards and salmon, all sorts really, which is pretty damn good. But it involved filling all this with sand and taking it all out, which this is part of an old project, this Urshan monument. I think it was back in 2019 I started this, not the XP farm, well, it's not even an XP farm, it's an item farm sort of thing, but not the farm itself, but I drained all this out and I turned it into my base. I lived in the Urshan monument for a few months, then I moved, and then I moved again. This is an old map that I've been playing for a couple of years now. I'm not big on having to start from scratch on Minecraft. It's the whole grind at the beginning of the game that does it for me. Like having to chop down trees and start getting your resources a bit together, and then you're spending a while building like a safe base, and then from there to sort of trying to get diamond, and then trying to like build your gold farms and your iron farms. I just enjoy the building. So once I've got all my farms set up, I can then just build and just let my imagination run wild. Because at the minute, once this done, I can continue with my big build. Once I've got the whole Guardian farm built, So the small square you can see on screen, sort of center right-ish, that's the area I've cleared out. So I lived in this base that used to be here. And then I moved into where the green icon is, and then I moved again to where the very top right corner is. Because it's got an ender farm there, an ender port there where I built an ender farm. So that's where I grinded all my XP. It's got a chanting table in there and everything. Because I've got loads of diamonds piled up. At the minute I'm using iron tools because, like I say, I went to my ender farm and it was now broken. So I don't really know what happened there. And that big grey box you can see, that's where I've mined it out. I did start mining and then I went down into TNT duping. Got a little bit annoying, especially when you hit water pockets, lava pockets. It's the most annoying when you hit both of them at the same time and then you end up with just layers of obsidian everywhere, and it takes a little bit to go down and sort of try and mine it all out. So I've got loads of obsidian now, as you can probably guess. Loads of gold, loads of iron, but the only thing with TNT duping is it will destroy all your decent ore, so all your diamond and everything, unless you can spot it and stop your TNT duper. So get rid of that because I don't need that. And that and that. So I might take you over to the grey boxy area. Ooh, jeez, nearly, guys, nearly. So I'll take you over and show you what's over here. Like I say, it took me a while, it took me a few weeks to do this, but it's paying off. I had an iron farm here, and I think with one of the updates, it killed my zombie that I had in there. It burnt to death, and so my iron farm doesn't produce iron anymore either. Luckily, I've got way more iron than I need. So we're good on that part. This is my old base. Let's build in some towers. Like, I love the stone brick. What does everyone think of stone brick? Do you like it? I just love the look of it. I know it looks a bit boring sometimes, but depending on what sort of block you use it with, it looks really, really nice. Like, I love it. So that's my old base. Sort of that shape, and then it's got a pyramid built into it. It's a little bit weird. So just give me 2 minutes and we will see you at the base. These massive long sort of deck blocks are where the TNT dupers used to hit. So, and every 3 blocks is obsidian. And obviously the flying machine can't move obsidian. Nothing can, really. So it would hit that and it would be forced to go back over itself. It was quite fun doing this. Quite enjoyable. I've got a beacon down there because there's too many blocks that it's left behind. Because I built some of it here and they were doing it properly. They were taking out all the blocks, so leaving like just 1 block wide sort of line straight across. So when I built this over here, I put them closer together, so they're sort of like 3 blocks apart rather than like 5. So it took out most of the blocks, as you can see. Quite a lot of slime down there, and I'm having to fill all the gaps up with stone. Got beacon down there, just because I can't put the TNT duper over this, because there's just too many blocks there. I tried running a couple over it, and every time the TNT would drop onto one of the blocks and it would start chucking all the TNT everywhere, and then it would just hit the duper, and then it's broke. I've got to redo it. And to be totally honest with you, it's a bit of a pain, especially if you don't have a lot of TNT. Because you're backwards and forwards trying to find creepers. You know, I have got scaffolding that I use to build my way down here. And I still choose to drop down and just dig my way down. Dude, that's quite far. That might kill me. I ain't got scaffolding on me now. Torch up. Just sort of give you on a little bit of perspective, because down here it looks quite big. Go away, zombies. So as you can see, it's there's way more behind there. It's just because of the TNT. It's getting stuck all the time. But this took a while. This took like, I say like a couple of weeks, but it took a little bit longer than a couple of weeks. It's like, say once the TNT dupers were getting blown up, it was then trying to go and get more resources from places, and I'm surprised it lets me sleep in the open. But yeah, it was like then trying to go around, trying to kill enough creepers, get enough gunpowder, kill enough slime, and then all that sort of stuff. Remaking my observers, sticky pistons. There was just a lot to it when one of them blew up, and then especially when it's taking like 15 out in a line. It was sort of up there. I took 15 out accidentally. It was like, it's so annoying. And this is going to be part of my big build. It's like, really don't know what I can call it. It's going to be floating island. In the center, he's going to have like quite a big kingdom up there, and this is going to be the border. I've chosen to do it out of Enderstone. Which I think is going to look pretty cool when it's done. It's just going to take quite a while to get the Enderstone. But it's going to be the same as the soul sand. It's going to mine it, placing it so then in the ender it's going to be going to mine it. I did spend a day in the end getting shulker chests. So when I go back to mine, I'm going to fill like 10 of the shulker chests up, my inventory full, and then come back, craft it all into the stones, stone brick, sorry, and then try and get it all in. It's 253 blocks by 253 blocks all the way down to bedrock. And then I totally missed that bit. I don't know what I was doing that night, but it's just like I went around it perfectly and just left all that. This bit's going to be full of water, so these little waterfalls are going to be going down, and this will be full to the top with water. Then my floating kingdom, as I can keep calling it, will be in the center. And then this is my little temporary base here. So these are things you can see here, me planning out how that sort of border is going to look. And this is where the top bit is, where the water comes out of. And then I'm going to try and put some ocean lanterns here. So light up these little square holes. And these like the pillars. So like this top bit here, is this bit, and then it'll go down to about there, then that continues, and continues. And these little bits are just me testing out some of my ideas. Cause I don't want to be halfway through it and be like, I still don't like it, and then having to change everything. But I think it's going to look alright. I'm quite happy with it so far. This is like a sort of little campsite for me at the minute. So I've just got loads of random stuff in loads of random chests. Just stuff I keep coming across and finding, and bits I've mined out, all my shulker chests. These are all my empty ones. Should have enough diamond. Definitely got enough iron, coal and everything. Let's try to get everything stockpiled ready. But it's coming together nicely. And yeah, it's coming together nicely, and I think that's the main thing. Spent a couple of days going around taking a lot of the lava out. I hit such a massive lava pools just all around here, to the point I couldn't really do much with it. So I filled everything up, took it all back out, get the lava out, and I've just been going over everything with stone. So I got this bit to do, and just down this edge, and then just go around the whole thing with enderstone brick, and then on the inside, and then my floating island. So hopefully I get it done. Want to start planning out the sort of buildings I'm going to have up there. I do want like a hidden vault, a lot of redstone contraptions that will just be there, that sort of activate themselves when they need to be activated, but they'll be doing it themselves through like daylight observers. Yeah. Daylight servers and observers and all that sort of stuff. Signal streams and sort of timers, just so the base sort of keeps fully running while I'm there. So I shouldn't have to do anything. I sort of want some automatic lighting so the place keeps lit up, but not during the day when it don't need it. Anyway guys, thanks for watching. If you liked the video, please leave a like, also subscribe, drop a comment, let me know what you think, and stay tuned for the next one.